Hello to the nation, PlayStation Nation. Here to talk to you guys over a little bit of top 6 Minecraft 3D texture packs, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do, remember to slam that like button down below, comment down below telling me what your favorite was, and all that other cool stuff. So basically the formatting for this video is we're going to be going over 6 awesome 3D Minecraft texture packs. In this video, we're only going to be going over 3 of them. You guys can click in the top right-hand corner up there to get to see the other 3 of them, which was uploaded in a video previously. So we are going over XD Cobra's 3D realistic pack, guys. So we'll also be going over the 3D nature pack and Equanimity by Film Joel. So anyway, here we go. I got all my graphics on like fast and all that sort of stuff just to make sure that there are no issues, because sometimes you guys can run into that when you're loading up a ton of 3D textures. So one of the staples in this texture pack here is going to be the bricks. The bricks are absolutely unique. They're really cool. I really like them. I think that when you know, if you were to build a full house out of them, it would be quite interesting and quite neat, and it adds sort of this new depth to it. You know, it does the default thing with various ores. Sadly, it doesn't do it with lapis and even emerald, but you know, it will do it with things like gold, iron, coal, where it pops out those little pieces of the material in there. One of the coolest things I think is the logs, guys. So as you guys notice, the logs are actually circle. One of the issues that I found with this is, bam, there is a little bit of a visual glitch. So I guess you guys could you know, x-ray through the world through these little holes here next to trees. So you know, take that as you may. Kind of an interesting thing, and that would be considered hacking if you use this in like a UHC or something. I'm just saying. So anyway, yeah, so those are quite cool. I haven't seen that be done really in any other texture pack. Then we're going to have the flowers. As you guys can see, they did not choose to add 3D models to the flowers here. Kind of disappointing, but The bookshelf, again, just, you know, a little bit unique, a little bit different. You guys see the crafting bench. Actually, one of the better crafting benches that I've seen. I really like the tools, the sharp contrasting there. And then, as you guys can see over here, nothing really. We got the ladders. The ladders are changed, kind of the default, if you guys know what I mean. Yeah. So, just to mention a few more blocks, guys, I wish more people would take sort of more chances with the new 1.8 blocks. As you guys can see, you know, nothing really has been done on the forefront. Wish that would have placed properly. Nothing has really been done with the forefront of 1.8 blocks. Again, like I said before, things like emerald, not so 3D, but they have done that with redstone as well as diamond, as you guys can see there. And then also nether quartz have been changed too. So anyway, those are kind of the changes that were made with this texture pack. It's one of the more simple ones, so I suggest it for those of you who want a little bit of 3D, but not too much. But anyway, let's continue on to the next one. Next one we're going to be talking about, guys, is Equanimity. I don't really know what that's supposed to be, by Film Joel, guys. It is default revamped, so again, in that same sort of default style, they have changed some stuff, added some stuff, made it a little bit different. And as you guys can see, you know, it's a very basic version of Minecraft, which is what I really like about it. You know, it's very flat, very basic, but it does have cool things like the ladders sticking out, and the tracks, as you guys can see, stick out a little bit. They have the 3D models associated with them. You guys see a little bit of 3D in the crafting bench. You know, it's not in your face, it's not crazy. As you guys can see, the furnaces are a little bit 3D. So if I were to go here and grab some coal right here, so I grab some coal, you know, I grab this, throw that in there with this guy, boom, you guys see the fire that's in there, and as I move, it changes what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I really like it. And then we're going to have, as you guys can see, again, didn't really choose to do much with the flowers and the nature sort of aspects to it, but still quite interesting. I like the textures, I like what they did with it. Just to show you guys a few more items, we're gonna have the hopper and the cauldron. As you guys can see, the textures of which looked very similar. Models not really changed too much. The end portal changed a little bit, as you guys can see with that. We do have wooden planks. As you guys can see, they do have a little bit of 3D texture there. You guys can kind of notice this. If you guys want to watch this in 1080p, 60 FPS, it will be available in that, so you guys can actually see all of these amazing little details here. If we throw down the comparator, you guys will see, again, very similar to default. We have the sea lantern, which actually, interestingly enough, was modified a little bit 3D here. So as you guys can see, it is popped in a little bit. So they actually did do some stuff with these 3D textures, unlike the other ones where they didn't really do anything. Then we're going to see things like the Jukebox, which I guess I'll place down over here. Again, nothing really, kind of a faux 3D effect. We have the wooden trap door, which actually has been made a little bit 3D. As you guys can see, this pops in a little bit. We have a little bit of sort of extrusion going on there. And then finally, I don't think we have an example of it, but the enchantment table. So if I place one of these guys down right here, say, there is a little bit of differences. You know, they changed the edging out a little bit, so it's not just a square table. So they did change that, which is quite nice, and I really do like that. Again, brick, sort of the same as the last one. So the final texture pack we're going to be talking about is going to be 3D Nature Pack version 2.0. This is by @George_Schmoo. I will leave links to all of these texture packs in the description. This one's going to take a few seconds to load up here, but kablamo. Here we go. So again, we have the sort of defaulty type things to it. You know, not a ton has changed, but you know, the furnace looks a little bit different. The rails look different. The ladders look different. You know, jukebox, all that sort of stuff is the same. You know, the bookshelves are a little bit different. You know, again, enchant table the same, bricks are the same, ores are the same, even trees are the same. What really is different about the nature 3D texture pack is the nature items. So I'm gonna pick up a bunch more of these guys, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, but all of the various flowers have their own 3D models associated with them. So these are going to be the saplings, guys. I want to sort of talk about them before I plant everything else, and these things go ahead and grow a huge fracking tree, but they do have a 3D model associated with them. Again, the tulips also each have their own 3D models associated with them. Even the fern has its own 3D model associated with them. Let's throw down these guys to show you guys a little bit more. So the grass, as you guys can see, does not. It's pretty much the normal grass, as you guys will see. So I don't know what that visual is. Is that a visual glitch right there? What the crap? I guess if you break that bottom one, it turns into a plant for some reason. But the large fern, again, doesn't have it. I don't know why the small fern and the large fern don't or aren't the same. Then we have the red tulip. And then finally the azure bluette, which is what I showed you guys down there. Some more stuff, guys. If I actually go ahead and make a little bit of a farm here, I can show you guys the break, that sort of stuff. So the hoed land is going to actually be a little bit 3D here. If I were to plant a carrot and then grow it very quickly for you guys, the carrot is actually going to be a little bit 3D, so not the normal 2D. If we drop the potato in, same sort of deal with the potato, you know, very three-dimensional there. If we drop down, you know, some seeds for wheat and then we were to grow those, again, has that sort of 3D texture to it. We can grab the sugar cane like so. So grab that sugar cane and drop that down. You see it has a 3D texture associated with it, and again, just like normal with the different biomes, there's different textures. The biome will change the texture. So anyway, guys, hopefully you did enjoy. I switched back to my traditional beauty texture pack because I do like it so much. But as far as what the three that we talked about, Equanimity is actually probably one of my favorite. But there is one that is in the other 3 videos that you guys should go check out above that I do really like as well. So you guys should go check out those, and you know, maybe you'll find a new favorite. So anyway, I'm gonna keep on making these videos. So make sure you subscribe to be notified when I make, you know, the next top 3D texture packs of Minecraft 1.8 and all that other cool stuff. So anyway, I'm the Doctor, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.